iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Welcome in here, race fans. Tonight for the Checkered Flag Auto Supply Scrambler Series, presented by Red Light Racing. Do not adjust your screen, race fans. Well, because you see it. It's the old track. It's the North Wilkesboro Speedway here tonight, playing host to the second round of the Scrambler Series. Tonight here at this track, we will throw it back. We will run the 1987 Winston Cup machines, the Ford Thunderbird and the Chevy Monte Carlo. These drivers have 175 laps here tonight to try and figure out who will be able to tame this beast down in the south. There is your front row. Let's head down trackside here already to get this one underway as we are set and ready to go. Starting on the front row, he drives car number 923 out of South Carolina. This is Blade Timmons. This outside, driving car number 42 here tonight. This will be Max Terriol. To the outside, or inside, row number 2, driving out of South Carolina, driving car number 86. This will be James Skelton. To his outside, it will be car number 24 of Zach Mitchell. Starting back into the 5th position, how about another great starting spot here tonight for the driver of that number 4, Jeffrey Souza. To his outside, the all-time winningest driver in red light racing history, the 88 of Sean Butler. Starting back in 7th, driving car number 51, DJ Anderson will be starting there in 7th. 8th will go to the number 6 of Chris Hammett. Starting back in 9th will be the number 11 machine. This is Sean Single on Ayer, Massachusetts. Starting in the 10th position, he's the alien. He drives car number 64 here tonight. That will be Jason Wells. Michael Tremarthen for the Rev Esports team. He will go 11th here tonight. 12th will be the number 62 of Ethan Troutman. Starting back there, just outside the top 10, will be the number 2 of Michael Tremarthen. Ethan Troutman there in 12th. That is correct. Starting back there in 13th, making his return to racing competition. This is the man from down south, the number 10 of Tim Blum. The 54 NC of Rex Hoyle is in his home state. He will go from the 14th position. How about Rob Higgins, the number 40 machine? He'll go 15th. Eric Johnson in car number 33 will go 16th here tonight, while Tim Combs will go 17th in car number 17. Brandon Minto will roll car 5 off from 18th here tonight. Philly Edwards, the rookie, will go 19th. Brian Bianchi will start car number 14, the Culpeppers Bakery and Cafe entry back there in position number 20. 21st will go to Ryan O'Donnell in car number 98. How about Dave Bragg? He's back in action here tonight. He'll go 22nd. 23rd here will be the driver out of Canada, driving car number 45 of Tim Williams, while Richard Murdoch, driving car 01, will roll off from 24th. 25th will be Josh Buckley here tonight. 26th will be Ryan Richard. Travis Minto, the driver out of Oklahoma, goes 27th. 28th to Bruce Potter. Joe Strano in 29th. Brandon Feeney back there in 30th. 31st to the Aussie of Kevin O'Brien. How about Bob Higgins back there in 32nd position? And the man that it's all his fault, race fans, starting shotgun to the field, the 33 of Tony Strano. That is your field as we are ready to go here tonight. It'll be 33 drivers. There's your front row. They are ready to get this one underway. This time by, we will drop the hammer. 175 laps the distance here tonight. It'll be Timmons to the outside here, and Max Terriel starting on the inside. That's your front row here tonight as they work themselves off turn 3 and 4. They're being looking right down there at the flag stand. Green flag is up, and we are racing here at the North Wilkesboro Speedway. A lot of questions going to be answered here as they work off turn number 2. It'll be the driver out of South Carolina, heading a little bit of a gap right now on the 42 of Max Terriel. You see 2 lanes of racing competition here tonight. We're going to get 1 lap in the books just like that, and Blake Timmons is the race leader. Everybody already really starting to single file out. But don't tell that to the number 51 of DJ Anderson, who was down to the bottom side, while he has the youngster of Chris Hammett working the outside of the speedway. There you see car number 6. He's got that Thunderbird to the outside of the 51. 2 Fords running side by side here inside the top 10. Hammett will have it at the line. There's the 64 of Jason Wells. And then you got to go a little bit farther back. You find more gaggle of cars that are running side by side. The number 14, Cole Pepper's Bakery and Cafe. Number 14 out of Worcester, Massachusetts. There is Brian Bianchi. Everybody minding their P's and Q's, but a close moment there. Dave Bragg in the Jiffy Lube, number 31, down to the inside of that Cole Pepper's Bakery and Cafe entry. They got really close last time off turn number 4, but both drivers were able to keep it off each other. So we continue to stay green flag racing. How about the racing competition? Because next time by, we're going to already put, well, it'll be 5 laps on the board next time we come back around here. Blade Timmons still out front in that BK Paints Rev Esports stabled number 923, one of the drivers that are running for the Rookie of the Year this season. Well, he only ever made 1 other Red Light Scrambler Series start. That's why he is still considered a rookie. That's why you see the triple-digit number for him. There is 1 other driver in the field that has a triple-digit number, and there it is. The Chicken Pit, number 973. That is Philly Edwards. Philly right now currently back into the 23rd position. To his inside is that Turbo Dork Radical Paints of Ryan O'Donnell. Here comes Joshua Buckley, going to get into the back of the Turbo Dork Radical Paint entry. That'll spin Ryan O'Donnell down to the infield, and we're waiting. Remember, 1987, we don't just throw the caution flag for anything. The Turbo Dork Radical Paints entry will come back out onto the speedway. Driver out of Canton, Michigan, getting that Ford Underbird back up to pace. We saw that one happen live, while the 13 of Joshua Buckley just got right into the back of that car. There's the Dirty Mo, number 33 of Eric Johnson, driving a Chevrolet. He did switch to a Ford the last couple of seasons, but that's only when we see, of course, his Xfinity program or his Cup program out there on the speedway. And, well, he still has yet to switch to running a Ford here. In the 1987 machines, right now he has dropped 11 spots on the start here tonight. I don't know what happened to that Dirty Mo radio number 33. Eric Johnson is being scored back into the 27th position after starting 16th spot here tonight on the starting grid. Nothing has changed up front. There's the BK Paints. Oh, the yellow flag has come out here. One of last year's rookies, Ryan Richard, has gone around. That Caterpillar, number 21, going around here after 10 completion laps of green flag racing here tonight. And, well, that'll put Ryan Richard to the back of the field. He was already up inside the top 25 after starting just outside the top 25. Let's take the look and see what happened to Ryan Richard. Oh, there you see it, a self-spin actually in front of Philly Edwards. Edwards makes a little contact, but he was able to keep it off. have to go back here and see if we can maybe catch another look at this. Oh, there you see the number 21 just go straight up into the wall. I don't know if something happened on entry there. We'll have to go back and see if there's another look that we can have of this. I don't know if the truck has one. We'll see what they say. There you see a battle right there on the track for the 20th spot. You see the 21 does get underneath the 14. That was down in 3 and 4. What happened, though, when he came out of turn number 2, there you see a little tap to the wall. Oh, got the tires heated up, and that number 21 found the outside wall. When he comes back to the throttle, around it goes. Maybe a tire issue on the number 21, possibly, with how he went down the straightaway sideways, went into turn 1 sideways, and then lost it out of turn number 2. Anything is possible, that is for sure. And race fans, we're here at the North Wilkesboro Speedway. We will have to have a, I believe, if I'm doing the math right, on the gas mileage of these 1987 machines. I don't think we're going to be able to go all the way till the end here tonight. So we should have to have one pit stop, but no driver here tonight has brought her to pit road under this first caution flag. So it still will be Blade Timmons out front. Max Terrett will line up P number 2. It'll be James Skelton there to the inside of row number 2 then, with Zach Mitchell to his outside. Sean Butler will restart there in 5th, and Jeffrey Souza back there into the 6th position. Ready to come back to green flag racing here. All drivers back out onto the speedway. It'll be 14 laps officially completed here tonight. Green flag is back in the air. We're racing once again here in North Carolina, as now this time Max Terriot would like to see if he can possibly get that lead. Down the back straightaway they come. Side-by-side battle for the race lead. It's side-by-side for the race lead. Now the outside looks for Timmons like it might roll just a little bit better for that Rev Esports driver. He'll gas up. He'll be sideways off turn 4. He will lead the first lap back to green flag. So as Blade Timmons continues to lead this race here tonight, right on board with him with our Red Light Racing on-board camera tonight, watching the battle now for second. Here comes the 24. Driven by Zach Mitchell. He's trying to work the outside of the 42 of Max Terriot to come back around. You see a big wiggle that time out of turn number 4 by Zach Mitchell. Mitchell drives it in a little bit farther than the 42 of Max Terriot. Terriot just trying to roll the bottom side of the speedway. Just trying to be smooth right now. 24 of Mitchell will try and go down, pinch off the nose of the car. Number 42, he will do it. Put Zach Mitchell now into P number 2. Did he show this field, though? Something that he had brewing, because now who will be the driver that goes down there as the caution lights will come back on here. Second caution flag of the evening here at the North Wilkesboro Speedway. Car number 45, the driver out of Canada, has gone around the Rev Racing group. That's the Platinum RV and Services number 45 of Tim Williams, the Canadian bacon eater here tonight. Let's just kind of back this one up here and see what he just ate to bring out the second caution flag of the evening. As they work down into the corner there, you see the Adventure and Pixel 01 of Richard Murdoch to the outside. And Timmons gasses her up and turns her around. He actually gathered it up, but that time the iRacing officials here tonight were very, very early there on the caution flag. Remember when Ryan O'Donnell went around to the infield, no caution flag was thrown by the iRacing officials. And now, of course, we see the 45. Of course, there were oncoming cars coming into that picture. Go back here and watch it again. Just watch that blue and black number 45 down to the inside. That Chevrolet going to come back under power, and the rear tire's just not going to hook up. You see a little bit of a crinkle on that fender there because the number 40 of Higgins did just get a little piece of that car when he went around him. So that's what brings out the caution flag. The lucky dog driver here, well, he brought the first caution flag out here tonight. The number 21 of Ryan Richard, he got trapped a lap down after he had went around and went to pit road. So now he will get his lap back, and he will be back on the lead lap, as I believe that will be correct on the timing and scoring. So as Richard gets back on the lead lap, that'll leave this driver, the only driver one lap down currently. It's the Checkered Flag Auto Supply number 41 of Bob Higgins. And, of course, the big news breaking this week that the Checkered Flag Auto Supply taking over the rights here as the primary sponsor for season number 12 here with the Scrambler series. So we got to thank Bob Higgins, the whole crew up there at the Checkered Flag Auto Supply. Race fans, if you're in the Ayer, Massachusetts area, don't hesitate. Stop on by to the friendly staff over at the Checkered Flag Auto Supply. They have everything you need to keep your car on the road. The friendly, knowledgeable staff, family atmosphere there at the Checkered Flag Auto Supply located in Ayer, Massachusetts. Call them today because, well, even if you're in San Francisco, I'm sure they have a part and they can get it out to you lickety-split. There's your race leader, the driver out of Florence, South Carolina. He has led every lap here tonight, did qualify on the pole. The driver of the number 923 comes in leading the Rookie of the Year standings after last week's race. Of course, last week Max Terrett was able to pick up that win of the first race of the season. So Max is already locked in. He won that race back at, that was Atlanta Motor Speedway where we went 90 laps in the Gander Outdoor Trucks. Didn't see a caution flag last week, but we knew coming here to the North Wilkesboro Speedway that, well, things may be a little bit different when we rolled into this short track. And, well, we've already seen 2 caution flags here tonight. 3 cars have gone around total here tonight. If you're keeping track of your spin counter, we will try to keep you updated on all the spins, whether they bring caution flags out here tonight or not. A lot of good-looking old throwbacks here as we're ready to gas them back up. We'll look for the green flag. It's in the starter's hand. Green flag back into the air. It'll be 23 laps completed as they race to turn number 1. Great start once again by Blade Timmons. He'll lead down the back straightaway. This time he doesn't have anybody challenging him to the inside because Zach Mitchell didn't quite get the restart that the rest of the leaders did. But he'll be able to hold off the charge there by the 86 of James Skelton. So Skelton will slot there into P number 3. Look who's running to the outside there. That's the number 4. Jeffrey Souza now working the outside with that Thunderbird. It's the U.S. Army-sponsored number 4, Hero Souza, and he'll work the outside of the Speedway. Brake rotors already glowing here tonight at the North Wilkesboro Speedway. Sideways for Mr. Excitement, the 11 of Sean Single sideways, and that's actually going to check up the 51 of DJ Anderson. He was into the back there of the number 11. That's what got him all sorts of sideways, and they all gathered it up because the 64 of Wells also lifted off the accelerator. You know, you look up front, you see the top 3 have gone single file. Souza trying to clear the number 42, and then he'll jump single file for the top 4 spots. Everybody else through the field here, though, tonight is absolutely stacked up, jammed up, jelly tight, and side by side, as far as you can see, as everybody look at it all the way back here, back into turn number 4. They're almost 3 wide racing. That was Ryan O'Donnell taking a peek down to the inside of, I believe that was the 45. That was the 45 of Tim Williams, which is side by side with the number 21 of Ryan Richard. Richard up the Speedway in car number 21. Now he'll be able to accelerate down the back straightaway, but oh, contact around. Gonna go Ryan Richard. Drift King possible. He saves it once, saves it twice. Ryan Richard tried to save it again. That car sideways. Remember, we believe he had a tire issue, which spun the number 21 around the first time. And now we just saw him up the Speedway there, and boy, did he just save car number 21 again. How many times did he get lucky there? It was at least 4 or 5 times for Ryan Richard to get lucky to save that Caterpillar number 21. He does lose a couple spots. He's back now to the 29th position here tonight as we complete lap number 29. Last time by there for Ryan Richard. So Ryan falls back to 29th. A lot of jockeying still up here inside the top 20. Here's a battle inside the top 20. That's the number 40 of Rob Higgins. The Checkered Flag Auto Supply number 40 of Higgins currently working underneath the number 62 there of Ethan Troutman. Both drivers having terrible qualifying efforts here tonight. Qualifying about the mid-pack. They call it the Hornet's Nest here. And of course, both drivers still a little bit farther back than where they started. Joshua Buckley behind them. Bringing the Granny Hips, Walkers, and Canes number 13. Driver out of Massachusetts, he's already been into the back. Ryan O'Donnell getting that car sideways and spun around. Now Joshua Buckley looking to possibly pick up another one. So 6 spots gained already for the number 13 of Joshua Buckley. But there's also been a little bit more movement, though, by the driver right behind him. You see the number 43 of Joe Shrano, the driver out of Wisconsin. He's picked up 9 spots, and if you think that's impressive here tonight already, another driver. As the caution lights come out, we were going to say Tony Strano has already picked up 12 spots, but it looks like, taking a peek at it here, and they're telling me the Donut Media entry and the Caterpillar entry both have gone around here tonight. So it looks like Ryan Richard has brought the caution flag out here, possibly maybe with a little bit of help by some of his competitors. Or take a look back here at the third caution flag of the evening here on lap number 34. We will see what the truck has in store for us. Let's take the peek. There's the number 21, Ryan Richard, up into the outside wall. He's been trying to be like Kyle Larson to bang that wall down. And, there you see it. The number 19 of Travis Minto, nowhere to go. And there's a Minto. I mean, do we say it's a Minto donut or a Minto wing right there? Do 2 Mintos make... Oh, I guess I'll just stop with the analogies on the Mintos for a moment here. Let's watch this back, see if we can ride on board with Brandon Minto. Riding on board with our Red Light Racing onboard camera. There you see the 21 spinning, and nowhere for Brandon Minto to go right in to his brother there, Travis Minto. Of course, both brothers in the United States Air Force. Just thought I'd throw that out for you race fans. Just that tidbit of information. Just taking a peek. All drivers will roll away from the accident, and it does look like, yep, the Buffalo Wild Wings number 5 of Brandon Minto is able to get back out onto the Speedway. So you see the driver out of Norman, Oklahoma, relocated right now over in Texas. That's where he is stationed currently with the United States Air Force. Was over here in the neighboring state of New Jersey and decided he was going to take a new post and got transferred down to Texas. Tells me Texas is better, but it's actually more expensive, if you can believe that one or not. New Jersey or Texas. So it's still the Rev Esports driver out of Florence, South Carolina as the race leader here as we work under our third caution flag of the evening. And race fans, we got to thank you once again tonight here for tuning in to watch the Checkered Flag Auto Supply Scrambler Series right here for the North Wilkesboro Speedway. And do not adjust your TVs, your phones, your monitors. Race fans, we understand that this is the 1987 cars that are out there on the Speedway, and it's the 1987 version of the North Wilkesboro Speedway. Of course, NASCAR has not ran here at the North Wilkesboro Speedway in, well, a couple of decades. And, well, rumor has it, you better knock on some wood here, race fans, before I say it, that NASCAR will return in the near future here to the North Wilkesboro Speedway. In what capacity, they are still trying to figure out if we will bring the K&N cars here, if we will bring the trucks, the Xfinity, or the Cup cars here to these hallowed grounds. And I can tell you, I know there's a lot of short track racers out there tonight tuning in all around the country, and we appreciate you guys tuning in. What we need you to do, though, if we can get back here to the hallowed grounds at the North Wilkesboro Speedway, is contact NASCAR and tell them that you want to come here to North Wilkesboro. I'm sure it would be one heck of a party. Just like these boys are about to party down into turn number 1 as they come back into the restart zone. They will knock lap number 38 into the books. Green flags back out and a stack up down to the inside. Stack up down to the inside there as I believe that was the 10 of Tim Blum. We haven't seen him in quite a while, but he was out of line on that restart. Big stack up on the bottom side of the Speedway. Come back around here. The side-by-side battle is still raged on for the race lead. Well, Blade Timmons is going to say, well, Mr. James Skelton, hang on for a moment. Hold the bottom line here, and I'll show you how to dance around the outside as he'll power back down the back straightaway on the outside lane as he holds the race lead for the time being. James Skelton getting a good run down to the bottom. Drag race, and oh, boy, it was going to be Skelton, but when he went to put the throttle back down, he just got out of shape. Caution lights coming out onto the Speedway, and oh boy, I believe a big one down here in the corner. Ryan O'Donnell, Travis Minto involved, and believe there's some other drivers. We're going to have to wait and see because race control right now in my ear is calling how many numbers. It sounds like an auctioneer out there. Calling out numbers of drivers that were all involved. I believe the 51 of DJ Anderson also involved here in some capacity. Max Terrill possibly having some damage in car number 42. Well, let's take the look back here. Let's see if we can dissect this one. Let's go a little bit higher here, see what happened to DJ Anderson. Runs it in. Oh, right into the back of the 42 of Max Terrill. Terrill going to go around DJ Anderson, and look at everybody come in here. The 62 stops at the outside. Oh, Travis Minto getting hit there. I believe that was by Ryan O'Donnell in the Turbo Dork Radical Paints throwback scheme colors. He got involved. What happened to Chris Hammett here? He was right there with that Thunderbird number 6 machine to the outside. See him come here into the accident, and where does he get a little piece of this? Oh, he actually just slows down, and then he gets going. You see the 40 of Rob Higgins had to go down to the grass to really avoid that. When the 42 of Terrill started to go again, he got into it with Brandon Feeney, that Liquid Molly K1 Graphics number 38. Right on board here, you're riding on board with the 33 of Eric Johnson. Watch this coming into this wreck. See all the smoke, and oh, he actually gets turned around. Up into the wall he goes. So that number 33 goes around, and you want to talk about Calamity Corner. That was the big one here tonight, and whew. We told you there was more cars involved. Ryan O'Donnell, Eric Johnson, Bob Higgins, Kevin O'Brien, Brandon Minto, Brandon Feeney, Ryan Richard all involved, along with the 42 of Max Terrill, the 51 of DJ Anderson. Kevin O'Brien was involved. Tim Williams, Eric Johnson, Ethan Troutman, Chris Hammett. I mean, it was about 15 cars there that at least got sideswiped or had to go through the grass to avoid his competitors. And that's what brings out our caution flag here tonight. Take a look. Timing and scoring, of course, is always on the left-hand side of your screen for all of you race fans that are tuning in, watching us. Whether you're watching us live tonight on our Facebook page over on the Turn 3 Racing Network, or if you're watching live on our YouTube page, we appreciate each and every one of you tuning in to watch us here and watch these drivers of the Red Light Racing Series compete. Of course, Checkered Flag Auto Supply coming on with the new naming rights here for the Scrambler Series this season. It's not the only time you're going to see the Checkered Flag Auto Supply logo. On Thursday nights when the Modifieds return, I say the Modifieds race fans return for Red Light Racing, they will also carry the banner underneath the Checkered Flag Auto Supply. So they're stepping up in a big way to help all you race fans that are tuning in tonight to continue to watch some of your favorite drivers here on the iRacing.com platform. You say favorite? Well, the favorite thing I like to see is that iRacing pace car off the track, and we come back here, green flag back into the air. Timmons actually got a little bit of a head start that time over James Skelton. He's trying to hold Skelton down there to hold him true. And the 86 machine, and it'll be Skelton once again popping ahead as he is our race leader. Can he come back around here, though, to hold that one? He will. Timmons going to continue to hold on to the race lead. Big jockey for positions back here. The timing and scoring, jumping around, and it looks like a pogo stick. Oh, boy. One car up into the outside wall, and it has turned around. No, number 14. Cole Pepper's Bakery and Cafe, number 14. Has gone around. There you see Brian Bianchi. He is back rolling as caution flag flies for the 5th time here on lap number 49. Take a look. Gets down to the corner, and oh, he's going to get a little help there by the 921. That was Ryan Richard that got in there just maybe a little bit too hot. So call that one a 2-car, a little bit of a tangle down there in turns 1 and 2 to bring out our 5th caution flag of the evening. And you know who hasn't pitted yet? It's still your race leader. Taking a peek at it, it does look like 15, 16, 17 drivers have yet to come to pit road. If my math is correct, I do see all drivers still out there running here tonight 45, Tim Williams will be the Lucky Dog recipient, the Platinum RV and Services Rev Esports driver. So Tim Williams will come back around. He'll be back, it does look like, on the lead lap. So he'll go back onto the lead lap. Taking a look to see who some of the biggest movers are here tonight. There you see the 01, the Adventure in Pixels 01 of Richard Murdoch. He has picked up 16 spots and is currently running in P number 8. Just behind him, one of the other drivers that has picked up double digits here tonight, the driver out of Massachusetts, driving the Granny Hips, Walkers, and Canes. Number 13 of Joshua Buckley. He's picked up, well, the same number that's on the side of his car. 13 spots here in the early going of this one. And one of the drivers that it's always his fault, and trust me, it is always his fault. There you see the number 3. And, of course, he's got some famous Good Wrench colors on car number 3 here tonight. That will be Tony Strano. He has picked up 19 spots since the drop of the green flag. There's only one other driver that has picked up double digits so far also, and that has to go to the other Strano Brothers Racing driver, and that is Joe Strano driving car number 43. Of course, he's throwing it back to Richard Petty. Of course, you know, Richard Petty being called the king, and Joe following anybody that drives car number 43 in the NASCAR Cup Series. Wonder if Joe's throwing it back. I believe it's a Chevrolet on the front nose of that number 43. Of course, the King did have a bunch of paint schemes, Dodge, Pontiac, and Chevrolet over his career of driving car number 43. So we're going this time by at the restart line. Everybody having to wait for the green flag to come out here before they can smash the gas to go down into turn number 1. Timmons will be about a little bit ahead of that number 86 here. Green flag back into the air. Everybody back up to the old clunky 4-speed. As here comes Skelton. Skelton's going to use a little bit of that apron to try and turn the 86. He'll get a great run, but going to lose the momentum off corner exit. Timmons still continuing to show the way here tonight. Can he do it all race long is going to be the question. Sideways for both drivers. It'll be Timmons back to the point, though. Here comes Sean Single. Oh, contact for the race lead. Around going to go the race leader, and he gathers it up, but it really stacks the entire field up. Now the caution flag is going to be displayed. Pile up on the back straight away, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cars have gone around to bring out the 6th caution flag of the evening, and one car is sitting stopped down on the inside there. Oh, and boy, and that is the black number 3 of Tony Strano, who is now missing. Oh, a little bit of that front right fender there. I say a little bit, the whole piece is absolutely gone. So, big one into a 2-car wreck, into another huge one. Let's try and go back here. We know it all started up front with the huge stack up that was out in the front of the field, and there you see the contact. The 24, the 40, the 3, and the 31 all made the contact, and parking lot, absolute nowhere to go back there. There you see the 5. That is Brandon Minto. There you see the 31. Dave Bragg. You see the 3 of Tony Strano down there to the inside. I believe Max Tarrant also involved. See everybody pile in. DJ Anderson into the back of the 38. Kevin O'Brien in the 183 also getting turned around. The number 21 also going around. The Ryan Richard. 14, the Culpeppers Bakery and Cafe entry down on the grass. A very messy one. To bring out the caution flag there. And it all started when your 2 race leaders got together. Bring out the caution flag. And while we were showing you the replay, race fans, a lot of drivers taking advantage here to come to pit road. A couple drivers did not come to pit road. It's going to be a shorter list if we tell you who didn't come to pit road than who did come to pit road and who's about to get trapped a lap down on pit road, and that'll be the 13 of Joshua Buckley. He did not get the Granny Hips, Walkers, and Cane entry back out there in time. He'll go a lap down. So, 21 drivers left on the lead lap, and the drivers who did not pit. Car number 11 of Sean Single did not come to pit road. Blade Timmons, after losing the race lead with contact, did not come to pit road. Jeffrey Souza did not come to pit road, and Rex Hoyle did not come to pit road. That Colony Tire and Service Center entry staying out there. One driver who pitted, but it was on lap number 34. That was the 24 of Zach Mitchell. And the 64 of Wells also came down on lap number 49. He did not come back to pit road. Bruce Potter also. And car number 59, the Ford Quality Care entry. He came, it looks like, on lap 36. And Tim Williams also coming on lap number 41. So there are currently 8 drivers sitting on a little bit different tire strategy than the drivers back there behind them. As we'll come back and refire this one off here tonight and get it rolling, 1987 style here at the North Wilkesboro Speedway. Green flag back in the air. Timmons going to restart this time on the inside row. See if he can slide up in front of the 11 of Sean Single. Single, a one-time racer at the Mario Andretti Racing School. So he has some laps behind the stock cars. Not these, but has some laps behind some real-world cars. Whoa, but Blake Timmons showing his real-world racing experience in his late model. Oh, contact. One car going around. One car going around and goes down to the infield there. I believe that was the Bruce Potter entry. It was. Bruce Potter was on different tire strategy than the drivers that were behind him, and that leads me to think that is probably what just brought the caution flag out here tonight. So the 7th caution flag of the evening is flying here at the North Wilkesboro Speedway. Let's see if... Oh, right there, he got some help. James Skelton right into the back of the number 59. There you see Skelton going off into the distance as the Quality Care number 59 down to the infield. See it once again. Skelton just into the back, just enough to upset the rear tires of the 59. And that'll bring that caution flag out. You know who's really loving to see that caution flag right now? Blade Timmons. Well, because two drivers out of South Carolina here tonight in North Carolina got together. And, of course, Timmons was the driver on the short end of the stick on the first incident there. Lost the race lead and had to now fight to get that race lead back. He's got it because of the caution flag. Touched on it a little earlier in tonight's broadcast as we were bringing you the starting lineup. Tim Blum, race fans, remember the hot streak that Tim Blum got on just a couple seasons ago. I believe it was season number 10, if I remember that one right off the top of my head. We started off the season at Talladega, and if it wasn't for a under the yellow line rule, Tim Blum would have won the season opener, but he was disqualified and put to the last car on the lead lap. Well, so be it. After that, he came back with a vengeance, though, and rallied off 3 straight wins in the Scrambler Series. Now, he is back, and that means, well, bad news for the rest of the competitors, but it means good news for all the race fans tuning in here tonight, which, once again, as we work under this caution flag, we got to thank you guys for tuning in here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Don't forget to smash the bell, hit the thumbs up, of course, and hit the subscribe button, because you want all the notifications here when we go live on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's Al Smith Jr., whether it's K.R. Stolfus, Chris Lagoo, Rick Hammett, or even myself. Oh, and I guess there's that guy named Dave in the Cave, if I didn't mention him. He's probably out there tonight watching. I know Al Smith is out there tonight. He's tuning in. He's out in Phoenix, Arizona. He did just attend the NASCAR Xfinity Series Championship race at the Phoenix International Raceway, and he got to watch that exciting one all the way down to the finish line. The last 50 feet of that one, absolutely exciting. So congratulations, Daniel Hemrick and that whole crew on their championship. And, of course, Al's out there actually on his honeymoon, so thanks for taking a little time out of your trip. I'm sure the wife really enjoys listening to me calling the left-hand turns here tonight. iRacing.com. Pace car, though, off the racing surface as they come back. Green flag back in the air here tonight at the North Wilkesboro Speedway. Surging ahead, trying to take the race lead again after the restart. Blake Timmons, your race leader here on lap number 68. The real challenge is back here. Look at James Skelton. He was almost 3 wide. There's the 40, I believe, was lurking down to the inside. One driver a little bit off the pace down the front straightaway. I believe that was Kevin O'Brien. Everybody just jammed up 2 by 2, showing the skill these drivers have on the iRacing.com platform. Oh boy, and one car around. The 45 of Tim Williams will go around and his beat up, mangled up number 45 here tonight. Front end looking like a soda can. The back end just got a little help there. I believe Richard Murdoch, after the number 45 was already spinning, got into the back of him. Take the look. Watch car 45 there as he comes off the corner. Too much gas, and around he's going to go, and Murdoch just nowhere to go. Murdoch and then right into the back of that 45 machine. Couple drivers coming to pit road here. There you see your race leader. Blade Timmons comes to pit road. Sean Single will come to pit road also. Rex Oil, Max Terrio also to pit road. So as those drivers hit pit road, we'll take a quick break here from the North Wilkesboro Speedway, and we'll be back with more Checkered Flag Auto Supply Scrambler Series presented by Red Light Racing.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was always fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos or danger until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all will be kept in the pits. Not to mention that with members in over 130 countries already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series and work your way up to one of 7 world championships, offering over $500,000 in prize money. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
Perfect timing. Welcome back to North Wilkesboro here, race fans. Green flag coming back into the air here tonight. And the new race leader was Zach Mitchell takes that green flag and sails her off into turn number 1. And oh boy. Did anybody order a parking lot into turn number 1? Caution flags breed. Caution flags is what they tell me when we go short track racing. And let me tell you, This one may take a little while to go ahead and dissect. Where's the caution come from? Well, right here on the restart. Watch it. 45 gets turned around by the 62, it looks, and there you see the parking lot. Bob Higgins involved, the Culpeppers entry involved. There's the 54 of Rex Hoyle down to the inside. Kevin O'Brien, believe that's the 33 back there. Travis Minto coming to a stop. Brandon Minto, though, is involved. Where we see the contact, the 62 just right into the back of the 45. And look at everybody. Sean Single, who was up second and came to pit road. He is involved in this. Right on board with Tony Strano. Smoke, smoke, no hole. Look at everybody just come right in here. There's the 59 of Bruce Potter. He's involved. There is Blade Timmons. He's going to get some contact while he tries to go through the hole. 33 right there, and it's just on. On it is. So a couple big ones here tonight at the North Wilkesboro Speedway. You thought you were going to see short track racing action. Well, you are seeing short track racing action, as these 1987 Winston Cup machines were absolutely one of the hardest cars to ever drive on the NASCAR circuit, from what we're being told. And I can't officially say I know how that is. It was before my time, so does look like the iRacing.com pace car lights will go off, so everybody will re-rack them, restack them. It'll be Mitchell, Souza, Butler. Timing and scoring is back up on the left-hand side there, as we believe that is officially where everybody is running right now. Couple drivers are out of this event. That is Chris Hammett, DJ Anderson, and Dave Bragg. They are all back in the garage in their haulers. They are done here tonight at the North Wilkesboro Speedway. They're giving another go next week when the Xfinity car comes out for the first time at the Nashville Speedway. Nashville Super Speedway, we should say. We're going there for the first time ever. Green flag back into the air. Here we go again. New players on the front row, and it's the 4 of Souza trying to bring the U.S. Army entry back to the top for the first time here tonight, actually trying to get that underbird up front. 24, though, Zach Mitchell will lead him back across the line here after the first lap. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I'm going to say this one may be the biggest one yet. The 10th caution flag here on lap number 82 is out, so the 10th time we've gone under the caution flag here tonight. We'll watch it. We'll check it out. There's Ryan O'Donnell. Oh, the 40 into the back of the 2, and the 2 gonna go around, and Travis Minto also comes sliding in. You see Rex Hoyle. Somebody stopped down below. I believe that's the 14. The Culpeppers entry also down there on the bottom. Granny Hips up top. There's the 41. Bob Higgins, he's down there involved. Right on board with the Minto machine. Some hard hits there for Minto, and then he winds up against the outside wall. There you see the 2, Michael Trevarthen. So that's what happened to bring out another one of those caution flags out, the 10th one here. A little bit of a rough one here in the early stages of this one here at the North Wilkesboro Speedway. A couple drivers coming to pit road here. They were all involved. Michael Trevarthen, Brandon Minto, and Brian B. Yankee all coming to pit road. And what do you say we just go ahead and dial up the driver of that number 5 machine and see what Brandon Minto has to say. Minto, a rough one out there. What's going on?
In my honest opinion, we just need to stop driving these 87 cars.
Well, somehow after I asked that question, I knew where this was going.
Like, it just seems like every time we drive these 87 cars, it's a show like this, just a caution fest. Like, nobody spends enough time practice driving these cars, and then even whenever there is a wreck in front of us, like, I've tried to check up so many times. I don't know if you saw it, but the first wreck we had where I ended up getting into my brother after he got into a wreck with, I forgot what car it was, but I was on the brakes for so long, so you can't even, like, check up in these cars. It's terrible.
So what you're saying is it's definitely a one bad mamma jamma out there to try and drive these cars. How much damage is done to the 5 when we see it back out onto the speedway here?
Well, I had 28 seconds of optional or of required repair because I had wheel damage or something, and then now I'm still just sitting here for another 6 minutes and 37 seconds. I'm just gonna wait till hopefully all the mayhem ends, and then if there is any more wrecks, I'll get out there and try to pick up a couple more positions. But I don't know how much I can really do out here.
Well, there you hear it, Brandon Minto, as he's down there on pit road as the green flag just comes back out. Zach Mitchell still choosing the outside lane here as we come back after our 11th caution flag of the evening, as I believe. Actually, no, that will be the 11th caution flag that is now officially flying here tonight. As the number 21, Ryan Richard, involved. It looks like his Caterpillar machine is pulling away from that. So he is involved in the caution flag number 11. Take a look here, see what happened. Ryan Richard tried to go to the outside. Right into the back of the 54, and then Travis Minto nowhere to go. Right on board here, Ryan Richards' onboard camera as we took the green flag for a restart, and not much you can say there on that one. So the caution flag is back out here tonight. Zach Mitchell, of course, is still the race leader here. We are over halfway home in this one, and it is Zach Mitchell, Jeffrey Souza, Jason Wells, Sean Butler, Tim Blum, Richard Murdoch, James Skelton, Rob Higgins, Joe Streno, and Blade Timmons. Kind of hard to read through the timing and scoring. Cars everywhere with their transponders, and I believe a couple of those transponders actually may have fallen off these cars here tonight after a ton of caution flags here in the first 100 laps of this one. Race fans, we got to pay the bills. We'll be back here to the North Wilkesboro Speedway tonight for the Checkered Flag Auto Supply Scrambler Series here for Red Light Racing.
Assist to the front bumper, and he hits him again now. Rayon Fowler into the outside wall.
He's going to pass nearly 3 cars down that front straightaway, and he's going to get them all done with. What amazing.
Lee to the inside goes Logan Cloudman is going to touch in. Pit press. He saves it. What a save.
Look to the outside as Cronkite goes off. De Jong into second place.
Going for the switchback. Oh, pinpoint driving.
It's howling down to the inside.
Trying this contact though. Slide left to the racetrack. Chris Benner drives it back down underneath, and he takes that second spot right back. Joker goes to Garrett Lowe. Garrett Lowe should take victory with all that contact.
He's going to try and make the move around the outside the parabolica. That's not going to work, but he's going to try and get the cutback here. Get the run out the parabolica. That's beautifully done there. Michael Schubert, there's a little bit of door banging as well.
Welcome back, race fans. Here you can see the caution lights have gone out on the iRacing.com pace car. So we're going to come back around here. We're going to set them loose. It's still the same two in the front row. Zach Mitchell, Jeffrey Souza, Sean Butler, and Jason Wells make up row number 2. As looks like no green here. We're going to wave that off. We'll come back around. Give them one to go here this time. So, well, we have a second race, fans. Are you located in Massachusetts? Are you located in California? How about New York State, Vermont, New Hampshire, Florida? Well, here's what we need you to do. We need you to head over to the Checkered Flag Auto Supply. You can find them easily searching on Google. Checkered Flag Auto Supply, Ayer, Massachusetts. Hit them up. Send them emails. They have an email out there. If you can go find it, show their page some hits, and then send them an email and say, hey, we saw you here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Go ahead. Let's spam the inbox here, and let's spam some green flag laps together here for you race fans. 95 laps completed. The green flag back out into the air once again here at North Wilkesboro Speedway. Great start by Zach Mitchell. The inside lane did not quite get up the song and dance there. Spun the tires of that Army number 4. Here comes Sean Butler. The Butler working the outside of the Speedway. Now he's trying to take over the second spot. Possibly going to be looking to gain some more spots here if he can. He's got to go up and get a win possibly. And remember, you win and you're into the playoffs. There you see the 88. He will now officially be able to take that second position there over the number 4 of Jeffrey Souza. How about Richard Murdoch? He is on the hunt, and he is hungry like a wolf here tonight. Richard Murdoch, of course, one of those service members, the Army service members. Have a lot of U.S. military branches here tonight represented throughout the entire field, and Murdoch trying to pass that Army machine of Jeffrey Souza. One car hard into the inside wall. Car number 45, Tim Williams, has gone around to bring out the 12th caution flag here on lap number 99. That was a solo spin by the Platinum RV and Service driver out of Ontario, Canada. Having some handling issues on the 45, we see. Looks like Tim Williams' night is going to wind up on the hook there. So as he takes her to pit road, you know, they keep telling me we got to pay the bills around here. Well, here comes more iRacing commercials for you, race fan.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12-Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Assist to the front bumper, and he hits him again now. Rayon Fowler into the outside wall.
He's going to pass nearly 3 cars down that front straightaway, and he's going to get them all done with. What amazing.
Lee to the inside goes Logan Cloudman is going to touch in. Pit press sideways. What a save.
Look to the outside and
Going for the switchback. Oh, pinpoint driving.
It's howling down to the inside.
I trying this contact though.
Wide left of the racetrack. Chris Benner drives it back down underneath, and he takes that second spot right back. Joker goes to Garrett Lowe.
Garrett Lowe should take victory with all that contact. He's going to try and make the move around the outside the parabolica. That's not going to work, but he's going to try and get the cutback here. Get the run out the parabolica. That's beautifully done there. Michael Schubert, there's a little bit of door banging as well.
Well, the door banging there from our iRacing commercial showing exactly what we have here. Let's see what door bang comes here next as the green flag comes out here tonight at the North Wilkesboro Speedway. 104 laps have been completed. Race leader Zach Mitchell out front here, and he'll clear the 88 of Sean Butler. And as he clears the 88 of Sean Butler, a lot of jockeying for positions. Here comes the number 11 of Sean Single. He'll work back down to the inside here on the 43 of Joe Strano. He'll take the spot, and even up here comes Murdoch. Here comes James Skelton trying to bring his Ford back to the front of the field here tonight. Single file for the front three positions. Mitchell, Butler, and Wells all going single file. This is the first side-by-side battle, and it's for inside the top 10. How about Murdoch? 20 spots as he gets sideways that time out of turn number 4. Murdoch sideways in car 0-1, picking up 14. It's more like 19 spots. He had 20 there until Skelton got around him, and look who has worked his way. Been off iRacing for, well, a good solid 6 months, and here he is. The number 10 of Tim Blum picking up 7 spots here tonight. He is running 6th now. So as he runs 6th, don't tell these drivers back here that they aren't in a battle. Look at the 21. Ryan Richard down to the inside here tonight. As he'll work down to the inside. So Richard will actually come out. Zach Mitchell still the race leader here tonight on lap number 110. We saw Blade Timmons dominate the early portion of this one. And now, it's Zach Mitchell who has taken over that top spot. Zach Mitchell, Sean Butler, and Jason Wells. Everybody has pretty much gone single file except for this battle back here. Well, sideways for the 62 there. He'll move up the Speedway. Little contact there. Oh, the 21. Sideways once again. Ryan Richard has gone sideways. So as he was sideways, he hung on to it. But boy, what a night it has been. Ryan Richard, caution flag coming out. The race leader, something happening to the 24 of Zach Mitchell. Zach Mitchell was your race leader, and now he is sitting sideways. Watch what happened here to Zach Mitchell. He was leading at the start-finish line, and oh, he wheel hopped it going in. And around he goes, a lazy spin for the 24, and he just sits there. Everybody else able to make their way by. So Zach Mitchell, that lonely feeling there. Watch on board, watch the hands, hear the throttle. Gave it a little bit of gas just to try to turn the car around so it wouldn't back it into the inside or the outside wall. Just a lonely feeling watching all those cars pass you by as you know you were the race leader. And then you sit there hopeless. Lucky Dog will be the driver of the 937. The Chicken Pit entry there of Philly Edwards will take a Lucky Dog. So he will come back around, get a lap back. Sean Butler will be scored as our race leader with Jason Wells, James Skelton, Max Terrett, Brandon Feeney, and Jeffrey Souza. A couple drivers did take the opportunity here to this caution flag on lap 114 to come to pit road. Blade Tim and Sean Single did lead us off of pit road, so those two drivers did just come down. Put 4 fresh tires. Actually, correction, that looks like that is a 2-tire stop for both those drivers. 4 tires for Murdoch, Blum, Joe Strano, Ryan O'Donnell, Rob Higgins, and Ryan Richard. That's your top 15 currently running here on the Speedway. Take the look here after our 13th caution flag of the evening. It's 19 drivers officially on the lead lap. Drivers who have called it an early night here tonight: Rex Hoyle, Tim Williams, Eric Johnson, Chris Hammett, DJ Anderson, and Dave Bragg. So as we're over the halfway point home here tonight, race fans, who do you think is going to win this race? Is it going to be Butler or Wells, who will restart here in the front row? Or do you think it's somebody that's sitting a little bit deeper into the field? Because, well, anything could happen. We just saw the race leader spin by himself. We've seen the race leader get spun already with a little bit of help here tonight. So what is going to happen next? We've seen 3 big crashes here tonight. We've seen a handful of solo spins. The only thing we haven't seen is the blimp fall from the sky here tonight at the North Wilkesboro Speedway, which I believe can happen. We've seen balloons go up at the start of this race. We might see a blimp come down yet. Green flag is back in the air here as they race to turn number 1. Sean Butler to the outside right now of Jason Wells. Can the alien come up here and prove his alienness and take the race lead from Sean Butler? Down the back straightaway, though, it is that Valvoline 88. Look at Wells work the inside. He is smooth and calm, working that wheel down low. Oh, it pushed a little bit that time going into turn number 1. He'll ride up the Speedway. He'll keep it out of the 88, and the 88 of Sean Butler will power ahead. He'll regain the race lead, and he will try and set sail. Remember, about 50 laps ago, this Turbo Dork Radical Paints entry was nose in to the inside wall. Where did he come from? I'm not sure. Oh, boy, 1 car going around. Ryan Richard will go around to bring out the caution flag number 14 here tonight. I think he may have had a little bit of help, though. There you see the 21. Oh, boy, there's the 38 of Brandon Feeney. The hood actually coming up momentarily on the 21. Maybe the team didn't latch it right. There you see Travis Minto getting a little contact. He'll go around, but he'll be able to continue on. So the 14th caution flag flying here tonight. For the drivers of the Checkered Flag Auto Supply Scrambler Series here for Red Light Racing. Got to thank the Checkered Flag Auto Supply once again for coming on board here this season. Primary naming sponsor of the Scrambler Series for their 12th season.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic, real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome back here, race fans, to the North Wilkesboro Speedway here tonight for the Checkered Flag Auto Supply Scrambler Series. We will go green flag racing this time by, it'll be Sean Butler, your race leader, once again choosing the outside. We did have one driver come to pit road there at the last second. I believe it was car 42 of Max Terriel, so he'll restart at the tail end there, as he is still on the lead lap in the 42, but Terriel way back behind the 8-ball here. iRacing.com pace car will make its left-hand turn and go to pit road to the safety. Green flag back in the air, and that time Wells with a huge start down on the bottom, flexing his muscles here tonight. Wells back to the point for the first time here tonight. Can he hold it, though? Great drive off the corner there by Sean Butler. That alien wear, number 64, gets a good run off. Can he complete? He was the race leader at the line. But Butler is making it work on the outside. He's powering back. He'll pull even on the exit. A little sideways that time for the 64 of Wells as they worked off turn 2. Down the back straightaway and then into turn 3. Now look at that inside lane. It works on entry, and it works through the middle, but it does not work off. Sean Butler back to the point here tonight as we completed 128 laps. The inside lane looking a little stack-up-y-ish back there. That was Skelton. And then Blum, now you see how that inside lane really separated there. Murdoch trying to get back to the bumper there on the number 10. Not quite able to get there. Still side by side for the race lead, but Wells is starting to fade on the bottom lane. He knows he has room to slide up in front of the 4, Jeffrey Souza, who's currently holding down that 4th position in the U.S. Army Thunderbird entry. I'm still impressed here with Ryan O'Donnell as he has been able to bring that Turbo Dork Reticle Paints entry back up inside. Well, I'm just impressed it's back up inside the top 20 after it was nose first into the wall. Murdoch also trying right there. He did come down on lap number 114 for tires. Ryan Donning and Tim Blum also on that same tire strategy, and then the rest of the drivers behind them on that same strategy, or maybe just a little bit better strategy. Oh, sideways that time off turn number 4 for the Adventure in Pixels driver out of South Carolina. Outside lane not working for Jeffrey Souza. He'll fall back. Now your top 5 drivers have all gone single file. Turbo Dork Reticle Paints entry. Ryan O'Donnell to the outside. Looks like he'll pick up a big push sideways. He was aimed at that quarter panel of Murdoch, but boy, was he able to hold on to it. Ryan Richards still giving it a go out here tonight. Working behind the 42 of Max Terriel. Oh, get right to the back bumper. Now he'll drift up. Here comes that number 24, Zach Mitchell. He has a lap down after, remember, he was the race leader and then got a self-spin, put him behind the 8-ball. He won a lap down. Oh, Sean Single. The 11 of Single, and now everybody trying to get pointed back into the right direction, and Josh Buckley going to lose his bumper off that. 15th caution flag here tonight, and Sean Single was, I believe, well up inside the top 10. Take a look. He was running just outside the top 5, actually, when no... Spun it around and back up into oncoming traffic. Nowhere for Ryan Richard to go in car number 21. There you see Ethan Troutman also coming involved there, and Philly Edwards just nosing that chicken pit entry. Want to see a good shot? Check this one out here. This is on board the 973 of Philly Edwards. You see him off the gas and slow down, and he's trying to stop. He's trying to stop. He doesn't know where Single's going to go, and then when he thought he had the hole closed, because, well, there was the 11. Take a look at this one. This is on board the 21 of Ryan Richard. He was involved in this one with that heavy hit. You heard him off the gas and just trying to figure out where the 11 was going to go. So it seems like every time the caution flag comes out, the script flips, and we have a new race leader. Well, the Underbird, number 4 of Jeffrey Souza, has not come to pit road since lap 100. His crew is telling me they're actually good on fuel. So they're good on fuel, and they're going to play a little bit of a strategy here. Souza is one of those drivers that always either short pits it by a mile or overruns what everybody else is doing by about 5 miles. And here tonight, he will try to give it another go, as the strategy is 100-lap-old tires will restart us here on this restart. And then it will be, for the first time tonight inside the top 3, Michael Trevarthen. And look at the old son of Blade Timmons has made it back up inside the top 3. Then Joe Strano is sitting there 4th. Rob Higgins will restart in the 5th position. Tony Strano, 27 positions. Oh, somebody knock on some wood for Tony Strano, because last time I said that, he was involved in the wreck. That's where the damage came from on that number 3 machine. All right, now Strano will restart 6th. Feeney will be 7th. Troutman will be 8th. Skelton will be 9th after his little spin. And then James Skelton will be in the 10th position. That rounds out the top 10. So the drivers that were at the front, Butler, Blum, and Wells and Terriot, they're all going to restart, well, looks like 11th, 12th, 13th on back. So here we come. It'll be the 4 of Souza on the outside. The 2 of Trevarthen to the inside. Green flag back in the air. Here we go. With the green flag in the air here tonight. See a little bit of electrical issue on the number 923 there of Blade Timmons. Race lead has cooled, but that does not mean one of these Strano brothers are going to roll over. Because here comes Joe. Here comes Tony. Tony almost into the outside wall off turn number 4. Gets a little bit tight down there. Everybody to the bottom side. Here comes Rob Higgins. He'll work the bottom side of the Speedway. Look at everybody back here. Sean Single, Sean Butler, Tim Blum. They were all 3 wide there for a moment. I don't know if this is the track I'd want to be 3 wide on, but they were going to give it a go. See that beaten and banged up number 11. Oh, he had to check up. He's going to force Butler to check up. And I believe that's the 64 there. That is of Wells that had to check up. Skelton on the outside. He says, I love that checkup because I'm not down to the bottom. He didn't get checked up. Now they're going to go 3 wide. Here comes Butler to the inside. Single's going to wheel hop it sideways. He was sideways because they were 3 wide there. You see that 0-1 of Murdoch really hit the hooks. Ryan O'Donnell hit the hooks too. He didn't want to pile drive into that number 11 machine. The 11 of Sean Single has had some handling issues here in the late stages of this one. His handling woes will continue. Souza, though, has kind of checked out by about a 2nd race lead over the battle. That is for the 2nd spot. Blade Timmons just took it away from Michael Trevarthen. Joe Strano right there also. Rob Higgins. How about Brandon Feeney, the Beefy Motorsports Liquid Molly K1 graphics entry. Driver out of Ontario, Canada. Racing a lot of legend cars up there in Canada. This year, I believe he made a handful of starts in the late model. He also drove his dad's truck around the Speedway a couple times. I believe they had their best finish in that truck. Oh, 3 wide racing here. Skelton going to get sideways on the bottom. Tim Blum was in the middle with that Nickelodeon slide machine. Talk about a throwback. Tony Strano now being put to the outside. Going to pick up some marbles. Oh, contact. The 42. Max Terrell was trying to make it 3 wide down to the bottom side there as the 64 of Wells came down the track. Tony Strano just trying to hold it up to the outside to try and be out of everybody's way. I think he just has too much junk, too much garbage on the tires of that number 3 right now to go forward. Takes about a lap and a half to really get the marbles and the tires cooled down after a slide like he has had. He is working in the wrong direction right now. How about the run James Skelton has had since we went back green flag racing? He restarted, I think it was about the 10th position. Now already up inside the top 5 and closing in on what should be about under 30 laps to go here. I believe Ryan O'Donnell, we just talked about him. And Ryan O'Donnell having some trouble with that turbo door radical paint entry. He was just in the grass coming off turn number 2 and all the way down the back straightaway. Went from inside the top 10 to outside the top 15 now. So the woes for Ryan O'Donnell in that turbo dork radical paint entry. Oh, boy, hold the phone. Caution lights are on, and Ryan O'Donoghue is involved. Philly Edwards in the chicken pit entry. Being told he was one of the drivers that were involved in it. So the rookie came in sitting second in the Rookie of the Year championship involved in this one. So both rookies here tonight, Timmons and Edwards, have gone around at least once apiece. We'll leave the 62. Yes, the 62 getting it from... Oh, that's the 21 there. That is the 21. Watch us back on board here. You're riding with Ethan Troutman. Sean Single also involved. You see his number 11. There's Ryan O'Donoghue coming in. So that's how the caution flag flies. Race leader still Jeffrey Souza, but the man that was on the move before that caution flag came out here tonight, James Skelton, the captain. He's sitting there in third now with the freshest tires. Then he's got Sean Butler, that same tire strategy. He's right there. Jason Wells, Tim Blum. They're all, of course, on that strategy. They all came down at lap 135 under the caution flag. Will they be able to, though, get around Blade Timmons and Jeffrey Souza? We saw the contact earlier from the 86 of Skelton to the back of Blade Timmons. Will there be any more bad blood between those two drivers before this one is over? Seen a lot of caution flags here tonight, a lot of drivers getting into each other, so tempers are boiling out there tonight. Will a driver not give another driver a little bit of room? We don't know. We don't know how they're thinking underneath the old helmets there tonight. I'm going to guess, just by the comments from Brandon Minto when we did talk to him a little bit earlier here tonight about how his night was and how he had asked to not drive the 1987 machines again. I'm sure some drivers may agree with him, and some drivers may strongly disagree with him, like I'm sure James Skelton here tonight, who's been one of the faster cars on the Speedway. I'm sure he would love to see a couple more of the 1987 machines. So we'll go back racing. 21 laps to go here tonight after our 16th caution flag of the evening has been cleaned up. Here they come. It'll be Timmons. It'll be Souza on the outside. Butler and Skelton, drivers with newer tires, lining up in row number 2. Josh Buckley gets on the gas in car number 13, and he was sideways trying to come through the gears on that restart. Still side by side for the race lead. Souza still to the outside. Remember, he has the older tires out there, the oldest tires on the Speedway, and he is trying to hold off the number 23 of Timmons. Timmons, remember, was your race leader. Then he went around. Oh, tight car there for car number 4. Timmons trying to really get the race lead back. He's holding a pretty wheel. He's smoother than chicken lips on the bottom side of the Speedway. 20 laps to go. It'll be 19 to go. Tim Blum going to smack the slide machine off the wall, leave the slime streak in turn number 4. Timmons nosing ahead. One driver to the infield. I believe the caution lights will come on. 17th caution flag of the evening now on the raceway, and Blade Timmons did get scored as the race leader. Zach Mitchell, Ryan O'Donoghue, I believe, both involved in this one to bring out the 17th caution flag of the evening. Check it out. There's the bump from Zach Mitchell to Ryan O'Donoghue, and around goes the 24, around goes the 98. Both drivers are able to go ahead and run away from that wreck, but I'm sure both drivers are not too happy about that one to bring out the caution flag here once again. Race leader, Blade Timmons, back to the point here tonight. Now the question's going to be, which lane does he pick on the restart? We're going to have to wait a lap or two before we figure that one out. Here is your lucky dog recipient. Saved by the flag, the driver out of Tennessee of Ethan Troutman. Looks like a couple drivers coming to pit road here. Both Minto machines are on pit road. Joshua Buckley on pit road. Philly Edwards also bringing the 973 to pit road. They're all going to have to hurry to get out of pit road here to try and not go another lap down. The chicken pit entry will make its way back out onto the speedway. So Philly Edwards, who did get a lucky dog, I believe, on the last caution flag, he'll come back around here with some fresh Goodyear bias ply tires. Bob Higgins now coming to pit road, this time by Joshua Buckley and Travis Minto, both continuing to sit there. Do believe the number 5 machine of Brandon Minto back in for the second time. He did come back out before the pace car came around. I'll put him another lap down. I believe Brandon Minto needs to pick up. He is currently 6 laps off the race pace, and he'll try and beat the pace car out of pit road here once again. Lights on, the iRacing.com pace car will go back out. It'll be 13 laps of green flag racing left here tonight. He will take the inside. That is race leader of Blade Timmons. Jeffrey Souza will be stuck to the outside here. James Skelton inside row number 2. Sean Butler to the outside of row number 2. Then it'll be Jason Wells, Tim Blum, Max Terriel has rebounded very nicely here tonight. Richard Murdoch also will restart the adventure in Pixel 01 there in 7th. And then it will be Joe Strano and Rob Higgins rounding out the top 10. You're ready to go racing once again. Now, iRacing.com pace car down and in as they come back into their green flag. And, oh, a big stack up there. The 4 of Souza just got jacked up by the 88 of Sean Butler on the restart. That will now lose the 4 at least one spot possibly. One spot lost by the 4, and that will be the second position now because here comes James Skelton. Skelton working the inside of the speedway. 3 wide racing. Sean Single through the middle there. Sean Single, after getting that car tore up and beaten and banged, there's no straight panel on it, not even the roof. Just went 3 wide right around Joe Strano. One car down to the inside there. Tony Strano trying to dirt track it around the bottom, trying to see if he can keep that car moving here tonight. No caution flag coming out. Tony Strano going to lose a lot of positions, but the battle for the race lead has now officially come down to Timmons and Skelton. What will happen here in the closing laps of this one? This time by, it'll be the double high 5 fingers being shown to the racers as they come by here. Just 10 more laps. Look at Wells work to the inside now for that 3rd position. Oh, he'll get a little tight. He'll wash up the banking down in turns 1 and 2. Butler able to keep calm as he's trying to serve the field. Now they're side by side for the race lead. Timmons going to open up the bottom side of the speedway. 9 to go, and the battle is for the race lead. These two have made contact once, and James Skelton going to wash up the track a little bit, and Blade Timmons is going to now get sideways. He'll lose the race lead here. Blade Timmons giving up the race lead with just 9 laps to go. 9 laps to go, and for the first time tonight, the 86 of James Skelton goes back to the point. Is there any? They're almost 4 wide racing. Almost 4 wide off turn number 2. That's the 24, Zach Mitchell. That's the 2 of Michael Trevarthen. The 11 of Sean Single, and the 4 of Souza's going to be able to hold on to it for the time being. 7 laps to go. Sean Single sideways. He'll drift it to the outside of the number 4 of Jeffrey Souza. Sideways again off exit. He is trying to literally get everything out of the tires of that number 11. He only wishes that Denny Hamlin could have got all he could have got at Phoenix. Sideways for the 4. Into the wall goes the 11. Sideways for the 11 once again, and he'll park it up against the outside wall. Now the 4 going to get spun around. And the 18th caution flag of the night coming as the 4 of Jeffrey Souza sits parked up against the outside retaining wall. And his night, that went from a good night, just turned into a bad night, as he'll drop to, it looks like, at least the 19th position on scoring. Timmons also lost a spot there to Sean Butler. So I believe with just 5 laps to go here as this caution flag came out, this will take us to overtime. There you see the 24, Zach Mitchell, just in too hard into the corner, and when the door opened up, he tried to go back to the throttle, and he turns the number 4 around. Oh, and Ryan Richard. So it'll be 3 to go when we do hit the line if the iRacing.com pace car lights go out, but I don't think they will. I was going to say this should take us into overtime. I don't believe we will have a... I don't believe we're going to do a 1-lap shoot. I could be wrong. The iRacing officials here tonight being a little wishy-washy on when the caution flag was coming out. So we'll see if they do go with how many cautions we've had here tonight. If we go into just a green and white, or if we're going to go to overtime. We're going to be able to find out right here when we come back across the line. See how they score this one on the scoring charts. It is green-white checker attempt. So yes, we will be going green-white checker. If my old memory bank reminds me, and we will have at least 2 attempts at a green-white checker here tonight. And if I'm wrong, well, we'll all get to sit here and do it for at least a 3rd then. So it does look now like the lights go off, so we're giving another whirl here. Everybody going to double them back up. Always double file restarts here on Monday night with the Checkered Flag Auto Supply Scrambler Series. And I'm sure there's already a bet going around how many times I can mess that one up between the Checkered Flag Scrambler Series and the Checkered Flag Modified Series. And even throwing the SK in there. But race fans, I hope you're ready. Buckle up and put the popcorn down. You don't want to throw it. Overtime right here. 2 laps to go tonight to figure out who will win here tonight at the North Wilkesboro Speedway. Wells on the back bumper of that 86 will get James Skelton sideways. Now Butler going to scoot ahead in car number 88. Butler will pick up the Checkered Flag Auto Supply. 1 lap to go here tonight at the North Wilkesboro Speedway. Sideways, James Skelton going to turn the race leader. Jason Wells is going to scoot out ahead. It'll be Wells, it'll be Timmons, then it'll be, big pile up on the back straightaway. That one's still going on, but to come around here and win tonight, it'll be the 64 of Wells picking up the big W here tonight. Blade Timmons, Max Terriel coming home in 3rd. And what the heck just happened here tonight? As you can hear, race fans, I'm a little speechless of what just happened. We're going to have to all go watch this together here. Let's down into turn 1, the white flag is displayed. Here comes the 86. James Skelton going to go down. It looks like he just blows through the corner just a little bit there. You see the 86 come up right into the back of Sean Butler. Sean Butler then is going to go around race leader as he took the white flag. There you see the big stack up. There's Blade Timmons. He actually finished the second. He's down there sideways in the grass, digging for all he can get. There's the 2 involved. Michael Trevarthen, how about the 24 there? Zach Mitchell involved. Here comes Philly Edwards. He's going to try and slow down. Rob Higgins nowhere to go hard into Philly Edwards. They all slide down to the bottom side of the speedway. Wow. A very rough one there, as then Wells came around as the winner here tonight. Well, race fans, I'm lost for words. We're going to take a break, and we're going to be back here for the post-race show brought to us by the Checkered Flag Auto Supply, and we will see what your top 3 drivers have to say about that one.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was always fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos or danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight, and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all will be kept in the pits. Not to mention that with members in over 130 countries already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series and work your way up to one of 7 world championships, offering over $500,000 in prize money. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
Welcome back here, race fans, to the North Wilkesboro Speedway here tonight. Home for the Checkered Flag Auto Supply Scrambler Series for Red Light Racing, round number 2. Short track racing action it was here tonight, race fans, and I'm being told that these race drivers are hungry, they're thirsty, so let's throw it down trackside here and talk to our top 3 podium finishers here. As Jason Wells, you picked this one up. Let's cut right to it here tonight. Tell us about those final laps, especially that green-white checker.
Yeah, that's good old short track racing right there, I guess. A little beating and banging. I kind of got in, slid up into Jeffrey there on the last restart before that, and I didn't, I don't mean to get in anybody, but I kind of just had the brake bias a little bit too far to the front and slid up and got in front of him. And then on the last restart, James coming at it too, I got him sideways, and I kind of waited a little bit longer than I expected him to get on the gas. I thought he would have been on the full throttle by then, but got into him, and I guess that kind of started a whole chain of events for the whole melee at the last lap.
You were able to get around that melee, though, and this 64 came across the line screaming as the race winner. It's been the last couple of seasons. We've had the pleasure to talk to you quite a bit in Victory Lane, and tonight you officially lock yourself into the championship playoffs. You will be one of the drivers now that are locked in, and you don't have to worry. How does that feel after tonight's race?
Well, it felt good last season, but, I started last season strong at the beginning and then kind of fell off at the end. So I'm hoping not to do the same thing this season and kind of, embarrassed myself last week with a bad pit call, even though I was kind of run up front. But tonight, I love this car. I finally got a win in the 87 car. It was hard to pass, but, I'll take them any way I can get them, I guess.
Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. That's what they tell me. Jason, welcome tonight. You definitely were lucky to pick up the win. The red carpet's rolled out here in North Carolina, and the microphone is yours.
Well, I don't know if I'll miss any Christmas cards from some people I got into tonight, but, Y'all do race around me enough. Y'all see that I'll try to be one of the cleanest guys out here. So, I mean, it is short track. I'm going to give you a 1X every now and then, but it was a good race, and I hope everybody enjoyed watching.
There you hear it. Jason Wells down in Victory Lane here tonight. He will officially lock himself in for the chance to race for a championship later on this season. How about the man who led, well, seemed like he dominated the first half of this race. Blade, tell us about your night as you were the race leader, and the next second you were sitting about 27th.
Yeah, man, I milked the fuel and tire card there for a while, and we had good speed in the car tonight, and I figured, when I pitted, when I did, we was gonna make it on fuel from there on out. So that's the strategy I played with the cautions that were constantly flying tonight, but it almost worked out for us, man. Them boys had new tires right there at the end, and wasn't no breaking away from Skelton and Murdoch. I think it was Murdoch, could be wrong, but they were fast, man, and just couldn't hold them off. But we came home second because of that last lap shenanigan. So I'm pleased with it.
Yeah, from your cockpit point of view, what happened there on the final lap down in turn number 1?
I'm not sure who was on the outside lane, but I know they got into Skelton right there in the center to exit of 2, and when he got turned, to hit me in the front and sent me through the grass, but I gathered that joker back up and stepped back in it, and then me and Max raced all the way to the start-finish line, so that was pretty fun.
Well, you come home with a podium finish. You will leave the North Wilkesboro Speedway here tonight, still continuing to hold the championship lead in that rookie category, so congratulations on that one. We look forward to seeing you at the Nashville Super Speedway next week in the Xfinity car, but before we let you go, who do you got to thank for parking this beautiful Chevrolet on the podium?
Man, I like to thank my guys at Red V Sports, man. Put a lot of time and effort talking to each other and getting faster each week, man. And I thank BK Paints for putting on these great paint jobs on all these vehicles we run in this series. And I thank McConey Setup Shops, and I thank my old lady for letting me sit in this rig as much as I do. So there's that.
Well, there it is, race fans. Blade Timmons strong in the opening laps of this race, then had to, start all over again from the back of the field and come back up to finish P number 2. How about it, Max Terriot, though? You finish in P number 3 here tonight. Your day was pretty eventful out there. What did you see from the cockpit view of car 42?
Pretty much the whole field from, let's say, 30 laps in all the way to the end. Big shout out to my virtual pit crews. I think I made about 17 pit stops to fix the damage and try to get back on sequence. And as usual, shout out to my girlfriend, my friend Max, and my dad. And let's just go into next week in Nashville. Hopefully we get some green flag racing and back in the Xfinity car. So, yep, we'll take it for now, but hope for better now.
There you hear it, Max Terriot, maybe a little bit disappointed in tonight's activities, but he will still come home Pete number 3. Still will be a good points night when you really break it all down, but he doesn't even need the points because he won last week at Atlanta to lock him in, so he was just out here tonight trying to log some laps, and unfortunately he did get caught up in one of those wrecks, but he did battle back for a podium spot here tonight. What a night it was of racing, though, here in North Wilkesboro. The 1987 machines came out in the 1987 settings here at the North Wilkesboro Speedway, and maybe a little short track racing action, as Denny Hamlin would like to say. And well, there's no fenders left here tonight to rub or talk about. So, race fans, we got to thank you all for tuning in here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network to watch the Checkered Flag Auto Supply SK. There it is. We've already made that mistake once. Twice, actually. We're counting us twice. The Checkered Flag Auto Supply Scrambler Series here for Red Light Racing on Monday nights. Of course, you can catch more racing action with Red Light Racing with the Checkered Flag Auto Supply Modified Series on Thursdays, coming up here in just a couple of weeks. With everybody with the Checkered Flag Auto Supply, everybody at Red Light Racing, and all of us here at the Turn 3 Racing Network, we hope you enjoyed tonight's show from the North Wilkesboro Speedway virtually. And until we catch you next time, race fans, everybody stay safe, and we will see you at the races.